biography is now published.
That's very good.
And I heard about it on the radio. It sounds really interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
That sounds cool. Has anybody seen the Mark Twain exhibit at the Morgan Library? That makes like 40 of us. Yeah. It's up from now to I think the beginning of January. And also the Asia Society right now is a really, really great exhibit of Yoshitomo Nara that's very good. And are you ready to talk?
I am ready whenever you are.
Thank God.
Yeah, no.
I did hear the one at the public library is good, this Three Faiths one, which since I'm not at all interested in religion, I wasn't going to go to it. But apparently it's about the books that are made for the different religions, and there are videos showing books being made and illuminated manuscripts, which are kind of like zines in a way.
Yeah, that's a good tip. I was just there the other day and I didn't go in.
I haven't seen it, but...
Okay. All right. Well, here, now it's time for Josh to talk instead of me. Here he comes. Thank you.
Can I just break this?
I don't think so.
Excellent. Okay, I'm going to put on the microphone so I'll be on camera. Bring the microphone down to me. I think am I on camera?
Yeah, I see you. I can see you.
Fantastic. I aimed a little lower because you're a little taller than me. Hi, my name is Josh Sates, and I do a zine called Negative Capability. I started the zine in 1998, and I'm just a few days away from sending issue number 5 to the printer. I swear to God, I'm so sick of looking at it right now. It's taken me almost 6 years to finish the new one, and it's a doozy. The piece I'm reading tonight is adapted from an article in Negative Capability number 3. I brought a few copies if you want to buy one. They're only $3. Some of this piece appears in the Zinester's Guide to New York City. Some of it is on my website at negcap.com, and all of it is in the printed version. The new issue is going to be $5. It's going to be 68 full-size, ad-free pages with a 16-page color supplement in the center, and it's more than 75,000 words. I think it's the best thing I've ever done, but I don't have it to flog, so fuck it. My story is called, this is the cover of the new issue that I'm working on to give you an idea of what I do. That's me, but the rest of it's all Photoshop trickery. My article is called How to Visit New York City Without Pissing Me Off. A lot of folks come to see New York City under the mistaken impression that the streets are paved with gold. Let me be the first to burst your bubble. It's not gold, it's actually frozen urine covered with spent shell casings. That still means it's shiny, but it's definitely not gold. Some people say that they'd never go to New York because it's too scary, but if it's so bad, why do so many other people want to live here? I'll tell you why. Because New Yorkers are sick, crazy, self-destructive, and evil. And in spite of all of our numerous shortcomings, we are richer, smarter, more creative, and better armed than any other place in the world. As David Letterman put it, our official motto is, our city can kick your city's ass. I know other zine publishers offer guides to visit their cities, but really, what's the point? The way I see it, a drinking man's guide to Dayton, Ohio is going to fall way short of the mark, because if I'm stuck in Dayton, I'm going to need something a lot stronger than liquor. As soon as you've decided that you're coming to visit, every single person that is already here has decided that they hate your fucking guts and would like you dead. It's nothing personal, but the thing is, everything is going smoothly without you. I know some of you may be saying, yeah, but what about those people whose entire income depends on tourists, like hotels and tour guides? They hate you even more because they have to keep answering the same stupid questions hundreds of times a day. If you worked at McDonald's and every fucking customer walked up to you and asked you what the soup of the day was, don't you think that after a few days of that, you'd be forced by circumstance to bring a gun to work and shoot every greasy asshole in the place? I know, but I'm a born and bred New Yorker. New Yorkers can't agree about much. It's a liberal city with back-to-back conservative mayors. Go figure. But we do agree on a few things. Everyone else in the entire world is a fucking asshole who should get out of my way right now. And New York City is the only place worth living. There are more than 8 million people living here, but most of them are not the kind of New Yorker that I am. A lot of people from the outer boroughs, Westchester, and many losers from New Jersey actually have the nerve to tell people that they live in the city. As far as I'm concerned, unless your primary residence is on the island of Manhattan, you should not legally be allowed to say that you live in the city. I'm paying a premium for the privilege of being able to say that. It's also important to note that the most beautiful, wealthy, and important people live here, right next to an open casting call for a traveling freak show. I can tell you from personal experience that I've seen, in the space of just an hour, Bill Murray, Patrick Stewart, and a drunken homeless amputee with a cardboard sign that said he was a professional wine taster. It's that good. Because so many newbies constantly fuck things up for everybody else, New Yorkers are weary, frustrated, and very angry. Trust me when I tell you that we may seem rude to you, but that's because we're so fucking tired of people not following these simple rules. And then they have a long list of the rules, and they're called the goddamn rules, so pay attention. As a lifelong New Yorker, I feel morally obligated to share these rules with you but you're welcome to do your own thing. I'm looking out for your best interests because as a reader of negative capability, you've proven yourself wise beyond words and worth the flying fuck, so I want you to live. I would also appreciate it very much if you could tell all your friends, families, coworkers, and slaves about my zine and my website, so that I could become so popular that I won't have to ask you for your help in the future. All of these rules are designed with you in mind. I know how people are, and I see tourists all the time. I'd love to share these rules with them myself, but I'm too busy reloading. Lots of folks say that they're just like New Yorkers, even if they've never been here. That's bullshit, son. You're just an asshole. There is a difference. Number 1, before you arrive, buy the Zinester's Guide to New York City by Ayun Halliday and read it. Mark all the shit that I wrote with a post-it flag for future reference. Do not drive or rent a car if you are staying in the city. If you bring your own car, odds are it will get stolen, damaged, or towed. If you rent a car, you'll get ripped off by the rental agency, you'll go insane trying to park, you'll get run off the road by crazed cab drivers, and you'll probably end up wishing you'd never been born. New York City hates cars, and to show you how much it imposes confusing and ridiculous regulations, offers few public places to park, and it charges every single person who parks at a private garage 18.25% New York City parking tax. So most places will charge you $10 per half hour to park before any surcharges and before the parking tax. The city has done everything it can to discourage you from driving. Take the fucking hint. The city has cheap, simple, and efficient public transportation, plus more cabs than most other cities have cars. It's safer and easier to not have a car, trust me. Assume that every single surface, whether subway pole, cab seat, or dinner plate at Fridays, is covered with a smoldering mix of feces, HIV, salmonella, hepatitis A through L, and the Ebola virus. The streets, sidewalks, and stairways are designed to help people pass through quickly. Behave as if you're a car and every path were a highway, and you'll realize that you need to either A, keep moving so as not to impede the flow of traffic, or B, move all the way to the side if you must stop. If you keep this in mind, you'll be fine. In addition, here in New York City, we stay to the right if we're not going to move and leave the left lane free. So if you're on an escalator and slow, please stay to the right. Assume that everyone you encounter is armed, crazy, disease-ridden, and just out of jail. This will prevent you from engaging strangers in conversation, looking around in a confused way, or attempting to confront someone who is shouting obscenities. This one rule cannot be stressed enough. You might very well think that a guy in a suit is a safe bet to ask for help, but he could be a coiled spring, waiting for some unsuspecting person to set in motion a chain of violence, the likes of which have rarely been seen. The most dangerous people in this city are the ones that look normal until it's too late. Whenever you're about to use public transportation, if there is even one person about to get off, stand to the side of the entrance until everyone has exited. This is very important. Then and only then should you get in the subway or on the bus. Everything will move along quickly if you let everyone off first. If you must use a map, ask questions, or take pictures, please be discreet. At every major tourist site, there are dozens of thieves and pickpockets waiting to rip you off. When they see your camera dangling around your neck, your map in Japanese, or your goddamn Statue of Liberty spiked foam hat, you've marked yourself as a target. I know you're just so fucking excited that you're actually standing outside the Empire State Building. But see, that building is actually an office building. I know it sounds crazy, but it was not built to run stupid tourists up and down in express elevators all day long. In fact, you'll notice that there are specific areas where you'll be forced to stand in long lines, pay ridiculous amounts of money, and even be encouraged to take pictures. But this all takes place out of the way of all the other people who have to fucking work. I worked across the street from the Empire State Building for years, and all day, every day, idiots would walk into the middle of Fifth Avenue, point their cameras straight up, and take a picture. There are cheap postcards taken from every imaginable angle in every season, shot by a professional on every corner. I know that you can't do better because you're just some yahoo with a disposable camera. Finally, the fact that you are on vacation may get you preferential treatment at the Grand Canyon, the Space Needle, or Branson, Missouri, but no one in all of New York City gives a shit about you're on vacation. In fact, upon learning that you're on vacation, most New Yorkers, myself included, will become filled with jealousy and rage and may very well kill you and rape your corpse. So watch it. Thank you.
When Josh sent that to me, like this big wall of text before we'd ever met, and I'm like, oh my god! This is a guidebook for people who are coming to New York, and we're like, fuck yeah! Stupid asshole! We don't care that you're here. Get out of our subway. But it's great, I really like hearing it.
Thank you.